A jury has found Lori Vallow Daybell guilty of killing 2 of her children and conspiring to kill a love rival. The verdict was given in court, and a sentencing hearing has yet to be set. Lori Vallow Daybell could face life in prison, while her husband Chad Daybell, who was indicted on multiple counts 2 years ago, is being tried separately. Prosecutors presented their case against Vallow Daybell, displaying graphic images from the scene where her children's bodies were discovered. In a stunning move, Vallow Daybell's defense team opted not to call any witnesses. The jury began deliberating on Thursday afternoon, and the case attracted wide attention. Prosecutors allege Vallow Daybell's religious beliefs about zombies and a looming doomsday were partial motives for the alleged murders of her 2 youngest children and her husband's previous wife. Vallow Daybell is accused of killing her 2 youngest children, Tylee Ryan and Joshua Jackson, J.J. Vallow. Tylee was nearly 17 when she and J.J., 7, were last seen alive in September 2019. The children's bodies were found in June 2020, buried on property in Rexburg, Idaho, owned by Chad Daybell. Vallow Daybell was charged with felony desertion of a child and obstruction even before the remains were found, accusing her of not reporting her children missing so she could keep collecting benefits. She was also charged with conspiring to murder Tammy Daybell, Chad's then-wife, who was found dead in her home in October 2019. In a separate case in Arizona, Vallow Daybell was also indicted on conspiracy murder charges for allegedly arranging for her brother, Alex Cox, to shoot and kill her 4th husband, Charles Vallow, in July 2019. During the trial, the state called on dozens of witnesses and repeatedly showed jurors disturbing images that showed the horrific conditions of Tylee and JJ's bodies. A DNA expert testified that a hair stuck to a segment of duct tape on JJ's body was found to be a match for his mother. Rather than call its own witnesses, the defense tried to get the judge to rule that the prosecution didn't present enough evidence to ask the jury to render a verdict. But the judge ruled that there was sufficient evidence to proceed. The prosecution says Vallow Daybell and Chad Daybell's entire relationship is entwined in a deadly criminal conspiracy they sought to justify with fantastical beliefs. Lori Vallow's beliefs centered around a subculture of the far-right fringes of The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Vallow Daybell's defense team argued that their client was under the thrall of a man she sees as a messiah and her eternal soulmate, and prosecutors failed to directly tie Vallow Daybell to her children's deaths. The case has been closely watched because of the extraordinary circumstances surrounding it. The trial lasted more than a month and attracted widespread media coverage. Prosecutors cited Vallow Daybell's religious beliefs about zombies and a looming doomsday as partial motives for the alleged murders of her 2 youngest children and her husband's previous wife. Vallow Daybell was found guilty of murder and conspiracy to commit murder in the deaths of her children.